Hello guys, welcome once again. In the last video, I have shown you how you can download and install code blocks IDE to develop your C++ programs, and I have also shown you how to create your first C++ program. And you have seen that code blocks has automatically generated this code for us. Okay. Now in this video, I will explain what this code does. So line by line, I will explain what is the meaning of each and every line of this code. So you will be able to understand what is what and why it is important to write this lines of code. So we will start with the first line. The first line starts with this hash include, and it includes this file. So this hash include in C++ is called a preprocessor directive, and what it does is it include the predefined header file. So think this as a file which is already present in C++, and this file is included by writing hash include. And whenever you write or whenever you want to include some file, you include it in these greater than and less than sign like this. Okay, so the first line means include a preprocessor directive. So this is a preprocessor directive, and this preprocessor directive include this file which is already present in your C++ program. So this is by default. Okay, and when you include this, this will include the header file. And what this header file will contain, this header file will contain some function which will be useful for us to develop our code. Okay, now we come to the next line. So this line using namespace standard says C++ that we are going to use the standard library to do our work. For example, this C out here belongs to the standard library. Okay, so what these two line means is, first line is to include the file. Okay, and this line says there is somewhere std class or std namespace in this file, and so include this namespace std from this file. Okay, and we are going to use some function from this namespace which are present in this file to perform our code. Okay, now in the next line, this int main function is declared. So every C++ program has one and only one main function, and this main function tells C++ that from here you need to start your program. Okay, so the main is the main entry point of the C++ program to execute. And if you see here, there is int written before this main function. So this int shows what kind of return it is expecting, right? So int main is a function, and every function start with this curly bracket and end with this closing curly bracket. Okay, so whenever you write a function, start with this curly bracket and close with this curly bracket. So C++ knows that this is a function, and C++ always start with a main function, right? And what this int mean, that it's expecting an integer to return. So you can see here we are returning 0, which is an integer, when our program is successfully compiled and run. Okay, so 0, it is a default value for success. So whenever you write 0 and your program reaches here, that means C++ knows that the execution of your program is successful, right? That's why we are returning 0. And for now, just take it as a convention that you need to return 0 at the very end of your main function. And because we are returning an integer here, this will be integer, right? And now we come to this line. So what this line does is, this line prints a string which is written after this greater than sign. Okay, so cout is present, or cout is a function or an object in this iostream file. And what is the function of the cout is to output whatever is written after this greater than sign. Okay, so this two greater than signs or symbol means, or this greater than symbol are called insertion operators. Okay, so this whatever you write after this in double quotes will be printed as an output on your terminal when you run your program. And once again you have this insertion operator, and then you have this ENDL. This ENDL means end line. So this code tells, and this is used with cout. So if you write cout, then only you can write ENDL. Okay, so this line will, or this code will tell your cout function that you need to change the line after you see this ENDL. Okay, so once again I will compile my code. I will go to build and I will click build, and my program is built successfully, right? And now I will run my program, and you can see hello world is written here. Okay, and now for example I will just copy this code and paste it once again. Then you see what happens. Once again I will save my code and build it once again, and once this is built I am going to write it. So 0 error, 0 warning. I'll run my code, and you can see there is hello world printed 2 times because I have written 2 times cout hello world ENDL. Now to show the use of this ENDL, I'm going to exclude this ENDL from the first line. Okay, and in the second line I will leave it as it is. Once again I will save my code and build the code once again. 0 error, 0 warning, run it, and now you see here without ENDL your line is not changed. So hello world is proceeded by second hello world. So that is the use of ENDL, end the line. Okay, so that whatever you want to print in the next line, you can write ENDL and then it will print to the next line. You can also change line, or you can also go to the next line by using some other function or some other code also, which is like this. So you can write slash n, and slash n is read as one letter, and it says the code to change the line. So this means new line. Okay, and this will also work in the same manner as this ENDL works. So I will once again save it, and I will build my program once again. And first of all, I will close this running program, save, build, and when the build successful, run it, and you can see this slash n is also performing the same task as ENDL. Okay, and now this program is running. I want to show you some more basic things when you start your programming. One most important thing is the comments. So whenever you write your program, and generally when you write your program, you should write some comments so that other user can understand your program. So for example, at the top of this line include, which is a preprocessor, I will give two slashes which will tell our code that do not perform whatever I write from after these two backslashes. So whatever I write, I can write program to show hello world, and this line will not be executed by the code because this two slashes tells C++ not to perform this line. Okay, so comment, this line after two slashes is called comment, and this comments you can use to explain your code to the other user, whoever is reading your code. This makes your code readable. Okay, so this is one way to write comment. The other way is to write comment is you can just write this star. First of all, start with this slash star, and then once again the star, and then once again this slash. Okay, so whatever you write in between this slash star star slash is also be taken as not to execute. Okay, so there are two ways to comment in your code. One is slash slash is one, and the other is this slash star star slash. Okay, so in this way you can make your code more readable. So I hope you understood this basic functionality and basic description of this code. In the next video I will show you some more codes. So please stay tuned, and please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.